Pakistan's entire history shows it has betrayed its own people. It has always been reluctant in accepting the dead bodies of terrorists who are killed by Indian security forces. Recently, Islamabad's role in promoting terrorism in India got exposed after the country accepted the body of terrorist Tabarak Hussain, who was captured by the Indian army at line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district. A report.
Pakistan's role in promoting terrorism in India got exposed after the country accepted the body of terrorist Tabarak Hussain, who was captured by the Indian army at line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district. This is probably the first instance in more than 2 decades that Pakistan has accepted a terrorist's body. Islamabad has a history of refusing to accept the bodies of its nationals involved in terror acts in India. Hussain, while undergoing treatment, had revealed that he had been sent along with 3 to 4 other terrorists and were paid money by a Pakistani colonel, Yunus Chaudhry, to carry out a Fidine attack on Indian soldiers after crossing the LOC. Tabarak later died of cardiac arrest.
Recently, Pakistan accepted the dead body of Tabarak Hussain, a terrorist who had confessed to being given rupees 30,000 by a Pakistani army colonel to carry out terrorist attacks on Indian military bases. Pakistan has accepted his dead body in a marked departure from earlier refusing to accept any such dead bodies, as Pakistan now wants to give the Kashmir issue a different international dimension. Since Tabarak Hussain belonged to the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, now the Pakistani establishment wants to showcase this to the world, that the people of POJK also want Kashmir to be amalgamated with them, and thus it is a struggle of the people of POJK.
In January this year, Pakistan refused to take back its slain terrorist's body after border security forces neutralized the intruder in Jammu's Arnia town. The Pakistani terrorist was neutralized in gunfiring after the border security force patrol team detected suspicious movement along the barbed wire fence at the border outpost. In 2019, Pakistan had refused to accept the bodies of the 5 to 7 Pakistani intruders who were killed by the Indian army after they had tried to infiltrate the country. During the Kargil War too, the Pakistani army had disowned soldiers and officers from the Northern Light Infantry, which had taken over Indian installations. These infantry soldiers had acted upon the orders of the Pakistani Army's top brass, General Pervez Musharraf. Despite strong evidence to the contrary, Islamabad defended its position in international forums, alleging that the infiltrators in question were Mujahideen, terrorists, not their regular army soldiers. The retrieved Pakistani military IDs and ordnance factory-marked weaponry issued to the Pakistan Army were shown to international agencies by the Indian government. The recovered personal diaries from Pakistani soldiers reveal their challenges, goals, and the severe conditions under which they were stationed. Despite this, Pakistan's government had maintained its denial that its forces were engaged.
In the Kargil War and many other such instances, Pakistan has disowned its officers and soldiers who have been either caught by the Indian Army alive or they have been killed by the Indian Army. This is because Pakistan as a nation was created on the foundation of hating India. And when such news reaches the Pakistani media and the Pakistani people, it is a loss of face for the Pakistani establishment, including its army. Hence, to protect its image as a strong nation, Pakistan disowns its officers and soldiers who have been either killed or captured alive by the Indian army.
Despite glaring and incontrovertible proofs available of the Pakistani involvement in Mumbai attacks of the year 2008, the country is still not ready to concede that the terrorist attacks were masterminded by its infamous ISI and were executed by its deep jihadist state of Lashkar-e-Taiba. Though a complete dossier of evidence has been periodically given to Pakistan by the Indian authorities, one irrefutable proof which emerged in the public domain was the voice transcript of the conversation which took place between the terrorists and their handlers sitting in Pakistan. Pakistan's entire history shows it has betrayed its own people.